This rose has its thorns. Every rose has its thorns. I like my favorite snacks. I have these chili, spicy snacks, chewy dried mango. There's this Japanese mango drink that I like. And of course, fresh cherries with its pits. I could eat those all day long. One of the HOA, like he brings in the parties for the seniors here. He's gay. It was his partner who's part Filipino, and I was looking at him. You remind me of my cousin Jonathan because he's part Filipino. I could see he had this look, but he's like studying biochemistry, and his partner is like a lawyer. They're really smart and young, and they brought in really good Mexican food. I helped it pull him out of his car. We had it a summer party, which a bunch of people showed up, even young and old. Which I usually get along with older people more than even the young, because there's a lot of young couples there. We got to know the people around here, but they're moving to like Virginia. They're looking to houses in Virginia, but he studied biochemistry. His partner like works as a chef in Hillcrest, like the area where near Rick's is, like all the main clubs, drinking places in Hillcrest, and they have really good taste. He has like really nice tattoos and nice things, but they're really smart and really nice. He didn't really have to throw all of that for us. He didn't have to do that, but he's done that for years now, for like a really, really long time. Now, what we're seeing now is that things have changed with all of that. There has been like a big culture change with people, like, or a lot of, there's nook and cranny, there's some nice people and there's not. Like, my brother lived in Germany. He was stationed in Germany over 10 years when he was in the military. He has colitis and he's in the hospital right now at the Veterans Hospital because he has inflammation problems with his insides. He was getting a colonoscopy, and what happened was he got all sick, and stress and certain foods, like spicy foods, inflame him and he gets sick. So he's at the Veterans Hospital with an IV right now, and he spent the night last night there. Germany, where he was stationed for all those years, he really liked, but back when he was stationed there, people were using a lot of hallucinogenics, or like a lot of military guys were kicked out for using all kinds of drugs and driving and then getting in trouble, and they get kicked out pretty fast. Usually ecstasy was a thing because the clubbing scene in Germany was a thing at the time, because he was in the 90s. He left in like 1998 1999, early 2000s, around the time that the Twin Towers were blew up. So he got a tattoo of the Trinity symbol around the time that the Twin Towers went down. So that was the beginning of when he just had joined the military. I know that things have changed about a lot of things since then, like even in Germany and all overall. But my sister Lori worked 10 years in the library. A lot of people were getting affairs with each other. Security guards abused their position to do whatever they want. They go in the back room, you could hear them having sex and all that, and going out and drinking at the Marie Callender's. They're all alcoholics. And she wanted to get promoted, but they laughed at her degree, at her bachelor's, and was saying, oh, SDSU is a party school. And after that, she quit after 10 years and became a preschool teacher's aide for a church. She didn't really want to do that, but she did. She fell into it, and then met her husband through that school and all of that. It changed, and even then there was all of that. Like, her friend Dina went off to a new workplace. There were people in like normal office looking people where they all sleep with each other, and they're doing abnormal sex stuff, like really bad stuff. Which, when we're talking about Genesis Peerage and his group, the Final Judgment, the Final Judgment group, sounds real apocalyptic how they look. They got slammed for all that around their time. They went through and raided his house with his kids because they were thinking maybe he had some sort of a ritual abuse tapes or child porn. They made sure they went through their things because of their appearance being very out there, but this is the thing. There are office people in normal business suits that do even worse than they even were doing in dungeons. And it usually is those people that do the worst and they get away with it even far more. You don't always know. A lot of people think I'm younger than I am and I'm 35. And they don't know that I had autoimmune problems for years or stomach problems. A lot of people assume because I wear a bunch of makeup and dress real nice that I'm perfectly healthy. Mike, he fell into depression and started dressing down in sweats when he started having his colitis problems, but I still go through my ups and downs and not feeling so great, and you could see it. I don't always look so great and know it, but yes, we're all different, and I know how a lot of people think and how they misjudge and things get slipped behind the closed door or under the carpet very fast, which it already has and already is now. But yeah, a rose is a rose. This is the orange rose. It's not like the blue rose, but yeah, that's a really nice rose.